Hey students, how are you? I hope you are fine, good and well. So let's start with our lecture, the coordinate geometry. So first, we see what is geometry. We learn about some basics of what is geometry. So geometry, what is geometry? So geometry is it is a branch of mathematics which deals with shapes, dimensions. What do we mean by dimensions? Dimensions like length, width, height, okay, so etc. Now what is coordinate meaning? Coordinate meaning the pair. Coordinate means the pair. Coordinate meaning pair. And the coordinate geometry whole thing means uh, the relationship between these pairs to the shapes. The one can say the study of shapes, dimensions using these pairs. Okay, you can get more clearance if I once I start the lecture. So let's dive deep into our lecture. So coordinate system. So there are two main coordinate systems. One is Cartesian or rectangular coordinate system. Other is polar coordinate system. Okay. So in Cartesian coordinate system, we represent any point by ordered pair. Let me take an example. So I have, okay, let's say here is our monkey, and here is our, here is tree, tree, and here is the banana, banana. Okay, banana. Now, what? How can monkey reach the banana? So, see, if monkey move upward two times, crossing this tree and this one, and then move to the right side to only crossing one tree, he can reach the banana. Or other way is to, if the monkey moves to right side to cross one tree and then move upward to cross two trees, then he can get to the banana. So if you see, or the third one, the third way is to reach, like if monkey decide to move, if monkey decide to move upward just to cross one tree and then move right side one times to cross, okay, and then move upward again. So in all of the ways, if you see, the total upward movement is what? Upward movements equal to 3. Okay, and total right side movements are right side movements equal to 1. Okay, clear? So, sorry, the upward movements are true. The one tree, the 1 and the 2. Okay, clear? Now, so this, the right upward movement and rightward movement, if we combine them in a single pair of 2, so if we write here the rightward movements and the upward movements here, so we can easily write 1 comma 2, which represent the location of the banana. So the location of the banana from the monkey is 1 comma 2. 1 meaning the right side movement to one point, and the 2 meaning the upward movement 2 points. Okay, clear? So this in Cartesian coordinate system, this is the ordered pair. So I have explained you with the example of monkey and the banana. So what we mean by ordered pair. Okay. And here the x-axis and the y-axis. The right meaning x-axis, the upward meaning y-axis. Clear? Let's move to what are polar coordinate system. So in polar coordinate system, one represent the ordered pair by r and theta, where r is the radius vector and theta called the vectorial angle. Example, here suppose the monkey is here, taking the previous example, and the banana is here, banana. So one r meaning the radius vector meaning the length between the distance between the monkey and the banana, called the r. And the suppose here is a line, here is a line, okay, and the theta meaning the small gap, this small gap from this r length to this horizontal line where monkey is standing. Suppose here is the ground, okay, and the monkey is on some tree, sorry, the banana is on some tree, okay. So this the monkey is standing here on ground and the banana is on a tree, and the distance between the monkey and the banana is r, and this little uh, gap is called angle, and this angle is r theta, which is called vectorial angle. Okay, clear? Let's move on. Now let's understand better uh, what are rectangular coordinate axis meaning. So in rectangular coordinate axis, if you see the image, we have two lines naming x-axis and y-axis. These are the two lines. This one is called x-axis, and this one, the vertical line, is called y-axis. Okay, clear? So the horizontal line x dash ox, horizontal x dash ox is the horizontal line, and the vertical line y dash oy, here is the y dash oy is our vertical line. Okay, horizontal, vertical, clear? And these two lines intersect each other at point O. So here are the point O. Okay, clear? Sometimes it called as origin. Okay, clear? Now let's understand more. The now you are clear with what is y-axis, what is x-axis, and what is origin. Okay, origin is the point where the y and x-axis, or the horizontal and the vertical lines, intersect each other. Now, if you see the x dash ox, the this horizontal line, this horizontal line is break down into two parts. If you see from the origin, the right side numbers are positive 1, 2, 3, and the left side numbers are negative -1, -2, -3. Similarly, we can see in y-axis, the vertical line, it is also divided into two parts. The vertical line. So here this one is the positive part and negative part. So meaning moving upward from origin, meaning positive part. So moving upward meaning moving positively, and moving downward meaning moving down. 2 negative points. So suppose one says I move 3 points to downward. So in mathematics we write 3 points downward means we move someone move 3 points, so we write 3 points, and downward meaning negative, right? Okay. So from the origin we move -3 meaning downward to the 3 points. Clear? Similarly in right side, if one moves 3 points to the right side, we write just 3. And if we someone says we move left side to 2 units, so we write -2 for it. Clear? Now the line x dash o x is called x-axis. I have already taught you. So this, the horizontal line is x-axis and this vertical line is y-axis, and this is the our origin where these two lines intersect each other. Clear? Okay. Now quadrants. Let's talk about quadrants. Now quadrants meaning, if you see from the image, this is our x-axis and the y-axis, and one can easily see there are 4 parts. This two lines can divide. This one part is this one, second is this, third is this, and fourth is this part. Okay, clear? So this part. So we name similarly the first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. If we see clearly, this was the, if we see, this is the right side and this is the upside. In the right side, we know the numbers are positive numbers. So positive numbers. Here also in upside, positive numbers. So in the first quadrant, the x-axis, the numbers of x greater than 0 meaning x is positive and small x is the number from x-axis. Okay. And y, small y is the number from the y-axis of the upside. Okay. And we know upward and the right side, we are standing in the region where the points are in the right side and the upside of the plane. So x and y both are positive. In the first quadrant, x and y both are positive. If clear? Now if you see the x, where from where we can take x from the x-axis, and now where we are standing on x-axis to the left side. So if you see, x is negative and still we are standing upward to the y-axis. So y is positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive, because x is on the left side and y is on the upside. Clear? Now in the third quadrant, we are on the left side to the x-axis and downward side on the y-axis. So x and y both are negative. Meaning x is less than 0, y is also less than 0. Similarly, one can easily see the fourth quadrant, meaning we are on the right side of the x-axis, meaning x is positive, and the downward side, this downward side on the y-axis, meaning y is negative. So clear? These terminologies are very important from the perspective of understanding of the rectangular coordinate system. Okay, clear? So if one can ask you the question like say this is my rectangular coordinate system, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So we know the ordered pair 2, 3, meaning 2 is taking from on the x-axis. So 2 is somewhere here, 2 is positive, and 2 is somewhere here. 1, 2, and 3. We know this point is comes from the y-axis. So we know y is somewhere here, and 3 is positive. So we know y is somewhere here. So 1, 2, 3. So if we know the 2, if we draw a line the intersection point is called the 2 comma 3. The position is here. And now minus 2 comma 3 is also, we know the 3 is on the, the minus 2 is the on the x-axis, so minus 2, but on the left side, because 2 is negative, left side. So 1 minus 2. So here is our x point, and the 3 is y-axis, on y-axis, and it is positive, so meaning upward. So it position upward. So 3 is also here. 1, 2, 3. Now if we draw a line, so the point where they intersect, we call it minus 2 comma 3. Clear? So this point lie. So what is this quadrant name? So the quadrant it lies on in is quadrant. What quadrant? The second quadrant, because first, second, third, fourth quadrant, and this point lies in the first quadrant. So questions like quadrants. Okay, so questions like this comes in an exam. Okay, clear? Now Cartesian coordinates of a point. So this is the, I already showed you. Let's once again go through it to understand better. So this x dash o x is our x-axis, or the horizontal line, the x-axis. Okay, and let's say P be any point in the plane. So let's say here is our P point. The P point, to find the position of with respect to x dash o x and y dash o y. So here is our y-axis, the vertical line. Okay, and P is positioned here, suppose. So how can we know that what P location is in terms of numbers? Okay, so in the previous example I have already shown you. So if P is here, the given P is here, so we have do nothing, like we know the x comes from the x-axis, and if it is positive, then we know it is on the right side. If x is negative, then we know it is from the left side, left and the right side. Clear? Up and the down side. Okay, now if P is here, we know x is the any point. We know, we just draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis, and similarly for y we draw the perpendicular line to the y-axis. Here it is shown the perpendicular, meaning the 90-degree angle, making with x-axis and the y-axis respectively. And this, we know this distance is x-axis and this distance is y-axis. Okay, so if one can move to x distance, one can, so if one can move x distance to the right and then move upward y distance, so one can reach to the point P. Similarly, if one moves to the right side, upside y distance, and then move to the right side x distance, then we can reach to P point. So two ways one can easily get to the point P. Clear? Now let's move further. The length of the line segment OM. So we saw the origin, the intersecting point, and the point where this line, intersect is the distance x. Okay, similarly it is y for the line we draw from the point M and the perpendicular line to the y axis. Okay, so the intersecting point of the line draw perpendicular to the y axis passing through the point P. So the distance from the intersection point and the origin is y. Okay, clear? Okay, so always remember the point is always presented in the pairs, and the pairs where here we took numbers from x-axis, and here we took numbers from y-axis, Okay, and if number is positive, if here there are two cases, if number positive, if number is positive, meaning upside, upward. If negative, meaning downward. Okay, from here, if positive meaning right side, and negative meaning left side. Clear? Okay, let's move. So the I already told you. Now let's see what are the specific names for this point. This number, for this number in the point, the ordered pair xy. So the number comes from the x-axis, we name it as abscissa, and for this the number comes from the y-axis in the ordered pair, we say it ordinate. Okay, ordinate. So x meaning abscissa, abscissa, y meaning ordinate. Clear? Y meaning ordinate. Now we saw the above system coordinating on ordered pair. We know ordered pair, this comes from the x-axis, naming abscissa. This comes from the y-axis, naming ordinate. Okay. Okay, now convention of signs. So it is clear, if you remember, the x dash o x and the y dash o y. Okay, this whole these two lines break our plane into 4 quadrants: the first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. In this first quadrant, the numbers of the ordered pair x and y both are on the positive side. That means x is on the right side, meaning x on the right side, meaning x is positive, y on upward side, meaning y is also positive. Here in the second quadrant, if you see, x on the x-axis is now in the left side. Okay, so left side meaning negative, and y is still here, the upward side, so y is positive. Now in the third quadrant, x is on the left side, so meaning x is negative, now y is on the downward side, so y is also negative. In the fourth quadrant, the x is now on the right side, meaning x is positive, but the y is on the downward side, so y is negative. So recall, the first quadrant having x and y both positive, second quadrant having only x negative and y positive. In the third quadrant, y and x both are negative, and the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. Clear? If you can use the trick to remember easily, in the first quadrant both are positive, and opposite of one is 3, and both are negative. Clear? So memorizing about only first quadrant will get to the third quadrant. You don't have to memorize for the third quadrant. Similarly, you only have to memorize for the second quadrant. The x is negative and the y is positive, and the opposite is on the fourth quadrant. So in the second quadrant, x is negative, but here x is positive. The y is positive, here x is negative. So you have to only remember for the first quadrant and the second quadrant. From this, you can make your conclusion for the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant easily. Just you have to oppose it. Okay, clear? Now let's move further. So here the first quadrant, say if x is positive, y is also positive. Now moving to the third quadrant, so x and y both are positive. So here the opposite we will do opposite. So x is negative, y is also negative. For the second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. So we opposite. So x is positive now and y is negative. Clear? Now point on axis. So we understand if we know, let's say here is the point x comma y. So point x comma y, we know if here is the point x comma y, so it's on the right side of the x-axis, right side of the x-axis. So x is positive and y is on the upward side, upside. So y is also positive. Both are positive, or both lie in the first quadrant. So both must be positive. Now, what about the points on x-axis? If here is the point, so this point lies on the x-axis. We know this is the x-axis. So how we represent it? We represent is like x comma 0, because y here y is 0. On x-axis y is 0. Similarly, here if a point is given, so x is 0, there is no x. You can see there is only y-axis presented here. So 0 comma y. Clear? So 0 comma 2 meaning, if I draw x-axis and y-axis, so 0 comma 2 meaning x is 0. X is 0. So x is 0 here. You know, this is the intersecting point at 0, O, origin O or 0. And we move upward to 2 points, 1, 2. So here is R 0 comma 2. Okay. Similarly, 2 comma 0, x is now 2, x is 1, 2. Here x is 2 and y is 0. So we don't move upward or downward. We are just sitting here. So here it is 2 comma 0. Clear? Clear. So point on axis represented like on x-axis we represent if point is, if point, let me, if point is on x-axis, if point is on x-axis, we present in the pair as we represent it in ordered pair like x comma 0. And if point is on y-axis, we represent it in ordered pair like 0 comma y. Okay. So if drawing in the Cartesian plane or the rectangular plane, the x-axis and the y-axis, we know this is somewhere here, and for y-axis, x and y, this is somewhere here. Clear? Now let's move further. Plotting of points. We already discussed plotting. Let's discuss once more. So step 1, draw two mutual perpendicular line on the graph, one horizontal and other vertical. So performing the first step is this. So the horizontal line, this one is horizontal line, or we say x-axis, x-axis. The vertical line means y-axis, y-axis, y-axis. Clear? Y-axis. Now mark their intersection point as origin. So here's our O. the O means origin, or the point 0, 0. Okay, so origin 0 is same. Choose a suitable scale on x-axis and y-axis and mark the point on both the axes. If the point is here, suppose, so we choose the point is like this, x comma y. So we draw lines. We can easily see the how much unit far is y point and the how much unit far from 0 to on x-axis to the left side. Okay, clear? Okay, now obtain the ordinates. So it is nothing, just I have already told. Let me give you an example. So if 2 comma 3 is given, so first I draw this x and y axis. Now I have given x, what I have given, x is equals to 2, y is equals to 3. So this means x2, 2 is positive, so x2 means positive side, means right side. So 1, 1, 2. So I am here now. Now I have to move. I know y is positive. Y positive meaning upward movement, up movement. So up movement. So I am at 2. Now I have to move upward to the 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now 1, 2, 3. So here, now this point I call 2 comma 3. Okay. The other way is to see like this. If you go first, so y equal to 3 meaning moving upward, positive 3 meaning up. So first I am here now. So I move 3 points to the up, 1, 2, 3. Now I am here. Now x is 2. X is 2. X is positive. X is positive. So moving right side. Now I have to move right side to the 2 points. So 1 point, now 2 point. Now I am here. So 2 comma 3. And these both locations are equal. Okay, clear? Clear from the example? Now illustration. Now let's see some more examples. So plot the point 3 comma 4 on the graph. So if you see, first draw the x axis and the y axis, or the horizontal, okay, or the horizontal or the vertical line. We name this is the starting point. If you remember, starting point always starts from 0. Okay, always start from 0. The other name is origin. Okay, now 3 comma 4. So x equal to 3, y equal to 4. We know x is positive. Here 3 is positive meaning right side, right movement, right side movement. And y is also positive meaning up movement, Okay, clear? Up movement. Now first you choose whatever x or y. Let me choose x first. So I'm here, I'm standing here. Now I have to move to the right side to 3 points. So 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. So 1, 2, 3. Now I'm standing here. Now I choose this. So I have to move upward to the 4 points. So let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4 point here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me clear. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, so this is our point 3 comma 4 here. Clear? Okay. All clear? Let's move to the solution. So solution is given here, similar way. So the starting point is here. So first we move to the right side on the x-axis to 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and then upward to 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is our point 3, 4. Okay, clear? Now write the quadrants for the following points. So A 3, 4. If you see x is equals to 3, y is equals to 4, and 3 and 4 both are positive, and we know from where x and y are positive. If you let me recall, this is our first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. Here is the x-axis, here is the y-axis. Okay, x-axis and the y-axis. We know this one is the right side, this one is the left upside, this one is left side, and this one is downward. We know right and up meaning positive. So x and y both are positive. Okay, and opposite to that, we know opposite. So x and y both are positive. So in third quadrant, both are negative. Clear? Opposite. So we opposite the signs. Clear? Okay. Now, what about the second quadrant? If you see x is on the left side, so x is negative, and y is still in the upside, so y is positive. Now, doing the opposites of sign, we can get the fourth quadrant information. So x is positive here because x is negative in the second quadrant, and y is positive in the second quadrant, so y is negative here. Clear? So simply we don't have to recall or to memorize more things. We just have to recall or for the first and the second, or you just recall the right, left, up and down. Right and up are positive, down and left are negative. Just this thing. So 3, 4, 3 is positive, 4 is also positive. So x and y both are positive. So first quadrant. First quadrant. Now x is -2, y is 3. If you see, this is negative, negative meaning left side, left, and this is positive, positive meaning upside, up. So left and up. So you see the second quadrant. First we go left and then up. So second quadrant. Now x and y. X is equals to -5, y is equals to -2. Both are negative, negative. And we know in the first quadrant we have positives, and opposite to that in the third quadrant we have both negative. So it is in the C, the third quadrant, the third quadrant. Here x is positive, x is positive, y is negative, -3 meaning negative, negative. So what we mean by that? So we mean by that x is positive meaning right side, and y is negative meaning downside. So right, so moving right and down, we get to fourth quadrant, the fourth quadrant. And for this x is -5, y is also -5. So both x and y are negative, negative. So both negative, and we know in the first quadrant, we know both are positive. So both are positive. Then in the opposite of that, the third quadrant is negative. So here both are positive. In this quadrant, third, both are negative. So it is third quadrant. Quadrant. So I hope you understand the solutions. So let's move to the next question. Now we have to plot the points. So let's plot one by one. First, we Draw axis, x and y axis. Here's our starting point or the 0 or the origin. Clear? Now to plot A, we know x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 5. Both are positive, positive. Both are positive meaning right, and x meaning right and y going up. Okay, clear? So x equal to 2. So I have to move 2 points to the right side. 1, 2. So I am standing here now. Now I have to move 5 points to the up. Okay. Now I have to move 5 points to the up. So 1, let me name 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. Okay. So 5. So I have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is my A 2, 5 point. Clear? Now see the point B. So x is here. See, x is negative and y is equals to -7. So y is also negative. So first one can see that it is in the third quadrant. So third quadrant is here. Okay. If you see, the first x have go to the 5 unit. Now -5 meaning the left side. So we have to move left side -5. 1, 2, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So -5 is here. Now we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Now, so we moved to the left on the x-axis, okay, till we get to the point -5. Now we move downward because y is negative. So negative meaning downward. So we have to move downward to the -7 point. So -7 point is here. So we move 1, 2, 3 till -7. We get to the -7. So -5, 7. Here's our B point. Clear? Okay. Now see the C point. So x is positive meaning right movement. X is equals to 3. Now and y is negative meaning downward movement -2. So first move to the 3 points on the x-axis. So 0. Okay. So first let me, okay. So first to the 3 points, 1, here is 0, 1, 1, 2 and 3. So we are here now. Now we have to move -2 points. So where is -2? In the downward section of the y-axis. So down is -2. So we have to move downward till we get to the -2. So 1 and then -2. So here is our C point 3, -2. Clear? Okay, now for the point D point 0, 5. If you remember 0, 5, the axis point, the axis points, how we represent them? If axis points meaning points on x-axis or points on y-axis, we represent them like x, 0 for the x-axis and on for y-axis 0, y. So we see the D point is 0, some y. So meaning it is on the y-axis. So or from meaning we can easily see the x equal to 0 and the y equal to 5. So let's start with x is equals to 0. X 0 is here. We always start 0 here, or the starting point is here. So x is 0. Now I have to move to 5 points and y is equals to 5. Y is 5. 5 is positive. Positive meaning upward movement. So I have to move upward till I get the 5. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's 1. So this point is my 0, 5. Similarly, this point here x is here x is 5, 5 means positive, and y 0, 0 means 0. So it is the point on x-axis. If you see x comma 0, so 5 comma 0. So one can easily say that it is on the x-axis. Okay, or by meaningful, uh, being meaningful, one can say let's we are now here starting point. Now I have to move right side till I get the 5 points. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, here is 4 and 5, 4 and 5. Now I am here. Now I have to reach y equal to 0. So y 0 means no upward or downward movement. So I am here. So this point is my E 5, 0. So if you see, it is the point on x-axis. It is the point on x-axis. And this is the point on y-axis. Clear? So this is the whole diagrams looks like. Clear? Now the solution is also given. So the D point is on the y-axis. D point is on y-axis. So 0, 5. E is on x-axis. X-axis points looks like 5, 0. And this is the our fourth quadrant. This is our third quadrant because both numbers are negative, both numbers are positive, means first quadrant. Okay, and clear? So let's move further. Now, if we are given 2 points, let's say this is our plane, the x-axis and the y-axis. One point is here, A, x1, y1, and one point is, say, B is here, B, x2, y2. A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2 on the xy plane. If one say what is the distance between A and B. So what is the distance between A and B? So the distance between A and B, we can directly use this formula. So this formula, okay, so x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, clear? Let's move further. For example, if let's suppose first we plot the points, the 5, 3. So x is 5 and y is 3, meaning first quadrant. So first quadrant we have the point somewhere here, 5, 3, and this is also on the first quadrant. We say 3, 2. So if we say this is the point 5, this is point 3. Now 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is 3, 1, 2. So here. Okay. Now this and this point, the 5, 3, and here this point is 3, 2. So the distance between these is the D equal to root. First, what we have to do? So we know here x is equals to 5 and y equal to 3, and here x is equals to 3 and y equal to 2. So first just write this. First, you don't have to remember anything, just follow my instructions. First write this and take x. So what are x values? So x are 5 and 3. Now subtract them. So 5 minus 3. Now this y is 3 and y is 2. So now 3 minus 2. So now what we get? 5 minus 3, which is 2 square, plus 3 minus 2, which is 1 square. We know 2 square is 4 and 1 square is 1. So we get our answer as root 5. Clear? So root 5 is our answer. Now similarly for this point, we just have to, what we have just have to do. So x is here, y is here, x is here, and y is here. So first take a root, square, plus, and then square. Here we subtract the x value. So minus 1 and 2. So we subtract them. So minus 1 and minus 2. So here's the subtracting values. And 4 minus 3. 4 minus, and we know we are minusing the minus 3. So you have to make very more carefulness here, that we are using minus and minus 3 is already given. So now to solve this, we know minus 1 minus 2 becomes minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus minus 3 is equals to 4 plus 3, which is 7. So 7 square, and we know we are taking root. So minus 3 square is 9 plus 7 square is 49, and adding them we get 58 and root 58. Clear? Okay. Now for this similarly we see, so x is a and here x is a and x is minus b. So first we take a and then minus b. Okay. Plus here we take b and then take minus and then a. Clear? So this will get us a minus a plus b whole square plus b minus a whole square, taking root to it. Okay, clear? So now solving this, we will get our answer. Let's solve it. So a plus b square plus a minus b whole square root. Now we know a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and a minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now putting values, a square plus 2ab plus b square plus a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now this will cancel out. So we are left with a square plus a square is 2a square and b square is 2b square, taking. Okay, so this is our answer. Clear? One can solve further, but we are just leaving it here. So clear? So all the solutions are here. So clear. Let's move on to the next, the abscissa. So abscissa. So if you recall, abscissa is the name for the x points. Okay, in ordered pair x comma y, x meaning abscissa, y meaning ordinate. Clear? So the abscissa of a point is distance of the point from, okay, if I say x comma y is any point here. Say x comma y, x comma y. So x, so what we did, so first we draw the lines to the perpendicular to x-axis to y-axis here, also making 90 degree. We know this point is x, and we know this point is y, and this distance is x, and this distance is y. Okay, and the question is saying the abscissa of a point. The abscissa of a point is the distance. So abscissa is here. Abscissa point is here. It is the distance of a point. So this distance. So this distance is x, and this distance is from where? This distance is from the y-axis. If you see, here is our y-axis, and if we are on y-axis, if we move to the this side, exactly x distance, we can get to the r point. Okay, so the answer is y-axis. So the answer is B, the y-axis. Clear? Now the y coordinate of a point is the distance of that point from clear y-axis. So this point is x comma y. Now we draw just doing similar things. We know this distance is y and this distance is from this axis, this x axis. So the answer is E. Okay. And now if both coordinates of any points are negative, so if you see x is negative and y is also negative. So what we can say? So x negative, y negative. So meaning x is left side, x and y is on downside. So here is the starting point. So we move x to here and now we move downward to here. So we will be somewhere here. So this quadrant is third quadrant. So the third quadrant. So the answer is this, the C point. Clear? Now, if the abscissa of any point is 0, abscissa of any point 0 means x is 0, then the point will lie on, we know if x is 0, that is in ordered pair we write point x comma 0 and we are given that x is 0, then 0 comma y, and we know what this form points means. This always lie on y axis. So this points always lie on y axis. So option is B. Clear? So, okay. Now I am giving this question as your homework. So please do. This will challenge you the topics, how much you understand it or not. Okay. Let's move. The point -2, -1, 1, comma 0, 4, comma 3, 1, comma 2 are vertices of. So what are the vertices? We are given the points. So let's draw them. First we draw the x and the y axis. Now we just number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4. On the left side -1, -2, -3, -4. On the downward side -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay. Now what what we have to do? Just point. So -2, -1. So -2 is here, -1 is here. So -2 comma -1 is here, -2 comma -1. 1 comma 0. So 1 comma 0 is on the x-axis. 1 comma 0. 4 comma 3 here. 4 comma 3. 4 comma 3. So 4 and the 3 here. Okay. 4 comma 3. 1 comma 0. -2 comma -1. Now final point is 1 comma 2. So 1 and 2. 1 comma 2. Okay. Now connect the points. So this, okay, here, here and here. So it looks like a parallelogram. So from this we can easily say it is a parallelogram. Okay. Now the distance of the point 3 comma 5 from the x-axis is, now so plot x-axis, y-axis. We know 1, 2, 3 axis. First we are here, x is equals to 3, y is equals to 5. Both are positive. So we have to move rightward to the 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and then move upward to the 5 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So move 5 points to the upward. Here is our point -5, and the distance of the point from x-axis, we are asking what is the distance, the distance of the point from the x-axis, and we know this distance is 5. Okay, because we move 5 points upward. Okay, so C is our option. Clear? Now plot the points in the plane if its coordinate are given. So this is also your homework exercise, so you can easily challenge yourself how much you learned from this topic. Okay, in which quadrant do the following points lie? So the in which quadrant do the following points lie? So first we easily see the A is uh, positive, both positive is positive. A, the x and y are positive, and if we recall, x, y are both are positive here, and here both are negative, the opposite, and x is on the left side. Now left side means negative and y is on the upside means y is positive. Now negative, we opposite here, just x is positive, y is negative, and we know y is here, x and y's are positive, so the quadrant is first quadrant. Now for this, y, x is negative, y is positive, so x is negative and y is positive. Here the second quadrant, both are negative, meaning the third quadrant, and the x is positive and y is negative, x is positive, y is negative in the fourth quadrant. Clear? Okay. Now let's move. Now this is the exercise of the plotting the points. So here x and y are given, so I am just uh, giving you the order pair, so you can plot. I am not going to plot, I am just giving you the ordered pair. So ordered pair, in ordered pair we know x comma y, so ordered pair are this, the -3 comma 5, this one -2 comma 0, this one 8 comma 3, this one 4 comma 8, and this one 0 comma -2. Okay, so now you one just have to plot these points. So this is your homework exercise. Okay, now with rectangular axis plot the points, we have to plot the points, find the coordinates of the fourth point such the OABC forms a rectangle. So similarly, you can do, it is very easy and challenging for you to do. So it is a homework. Okay. Now plot the points P -3, 1, Q 2, 1 in the rectangular coordinate system and find all possible coordinates of other two vertices of a square having P and Q adjacent vertices. Let me do it for you because it is quite difficult for you. So first P is -3, so -1, -2, -3, -3, 1, so 1. Here's our P. Now Q 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 is here, 2, 1. So we have to find the possible coordinates of other points. So we have to make a square having P and Q as their vertices. Okay. So how can we make a square? So we know this distance. What is the distance? Okay. So the from the distance formula, here is Q, here is P -3, 1. So from the distance formula, PQ distance is equals to root of -3 -2 square plus 1 -1 is equals to -5 whole square plus 0 square, which is equals to 25 root, which is equals to 5. So the distance is 5. So we know we have to make a square with the side square with side equal to 5 units. Okay, so I have to go up 5 unit up. So moving from here to 5 unit, I am standing here at 1. Now I am going up till 5 more, so I will reach at the 6, and x is already -3. Now same is here, so -6 will be there, and this point is 2, 6, and Similarly, I can go downward also to 5 units. So going downward 5 units, I will get to -4. Here is -4. So -3 comma -4, and here this point is 2 comma -4. So the answer is -3 6, 2 comma 6, and -3 comma -4, 2 comma -4. So the possible coordinates are there. Okay, all given. Okay, so -3 comma 2 comma 6 and is given. Clear? Let's move. Now find the value of x if the distance between the points is 5. So we are given, we know the distance formula. Distance formula is this. So x, from the distance formula, x minus 3 whole square plus -1 minus 2 whole square, we know distance formula from A point is given x1 y1 and B x2 y2 is equals to distance is equals to root of x1 minus x2 whole square minus plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So we from this formula we see here, and we know that this d is 5, the distance is 5. So just doing the squaring both side, squaring both side we get x minus 3 whole square plus -3 whole square is equals to 25. X minus 3 whole square is equals to 25 minus 9, which is 16. X minus 3 equals to, and we know that 16, we can write 16 is 4 into 4, which is 4 square. So x minus 3 square is equals to 4 square. So we know x minus 3 is equals to 4 square. So from this we can easily cancel out these. So we don't always cancel out these, only we have this type, this whole thing is square equal to something is here is whole is square, so we easily cancels out. So one can easily see. So this now are let me do, you will confuse. So if x minus 3 whole square is equals to 16, okay, now taking root both side, taking roots both side, we what we will get, x minus 3 is equals to plus minus root 16, which is equals to plus minus 4. So x minus 3. So x is equals to 3 plus minus 4. So first we take plus. So x is equals to 3 plus 4 is equals to 7. And take minus 3 minus 4 is equals to minus 1. So the x value will be 7 or minus 1 for this. So 7 or minus 1 for this. So the this is also a quite challenging problem. Let me do it for you. So the triangle ABC, so we know this triangle ABC is equilateral triangle with side ABC and ABC dash, ABC dash with the side 2A. We know the sides are 2A, 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 2A. Clear? Now find the coordinates with the vertices C and C dash. And we also given the x-axis such that the midpoint of AB is at origin. So we know the if we draw the Cartesian plane, and this midpoint, the origin is the midpoint of AB. So A is here, B is here, A is here, B is here. Here is the midpoint. So A distance will be there. Total is 2A. Now C is like this, 2A, 2A. Okay. Now and here is also C dash, C. Now we have to find C and C dash. Okay. So what we have to do? So we have to find out this distance. So this distance we have to find out. Clear? So if you see, we know this is the 90-degree, and I can use the Pythagoras theorem here. Pythagoras theorem. So in Pythagoras theorem, what we have, the hypotenuse square is equals to the perpendicular square plus base square. Here this one is the base, so a square, plus here this one is the perpendicular, so let's name it p square, and here is the hypotenuse, so hypotenuse square is this. So p square is equals to, simplifying, 4a square minus a square, we will get 3a square. Now taking under root both side, we will get plus minus root 3a. Okay. Now so p is a distance, so we can, so p is plus minus 3, so c is root 3a, and and c dash is equals to minus root 3a. Clear? So this is the coordinates we will get. So thank you for this lecture.